So, first of all, welcome to each and everyone present here for GLCP Community Interview Times. Today, we are here with the Honorable guest Ishita Jain, ma'am, who is a CA student and also a passionate writer. And we are going to get a great interview today because today it's not only about the question and answers, it's also about a success story of ma'am. We will be knowing like how and all the writers are passionate about their writing and many more things. Not only the few questions, we have around 10 questions with us to ask to ma'am, and it is going to be instant. Like a writer is asking to a writer, that's it, not more than that. Because I feel like the writing questions and then saying you a bit like we'll think, okay, we know already the questions. But here, Ishita ma'am also don't know the questions, and I myself also don't know. So whatever comes to my mind to ask ma'am, we will be just going with that. And at last we'll be having question and answer session. There all the viewers and everyone who are wants to ask questions or wants to say anything about Ishita ma'am or about yourself, you can come forward. So before that, if you have any doubt, you can just text us. Please do not unmute yourself until we ask to, so it will maintain the decorum of the interview. And definitely it is getting recorded and we will be posting it into different platforms, so you can comment or like over there. Okay, so I'm clear with everything. Let's start with Ishita ma'am. So ma'am, before going to the questions, I would like to know a few things about you, like a quite intro, so that everyone here will get an idea about whose interview they are attending.
Yeah, so you have given a very covered intro of mine in all your Instagram posts and your WhatsApp status. However, I am a chartered accountant student. I'm doing CA intermediate right now, and I've been into writing from 4 to 5 years. I have 4 books published till now, and two of them are under publishing. One of them is the nationally sold bestseller on Amazon UK. It is a poetry anthology. I have written many poetry anthologies, and I am also keen about many topics like gender equality, stereotypes, racism, and etc. etc. I'm also a speaker along with being with a poet. I'm also active in many debates. So yeah, hope to have a great session with everyone.
Yeah, great. That's good to know, ma'am. We are very overwhelmed to know you. Like, this is a great thing which you have shared with us, a book. And actually, nowadays, the peoples are easy with the books. Like, they're thinking everyone can write. Yes, everyone can write, definitely. But a passionate effort in that is very important. And the dedication for a writer is just amazing. If they are writing a poem of 4 lines, also, they need a complete dedication towards the lines. And taking care of the ovals, taking care of the punctuation they are using, it's not that a easy task. So we definitely a pleasure to have you on this stage, and we will definitely go ahead with the beautiful questions for you. So our first question is, when did you realize that you will be a writer? So you have a plan before, like I just want to write or something, or it's a sudden, just a situation of that. Yeah.
So basically, I never thought that I would be a writer. Basically, I was born in a family of chartered accountants. My both parents are chartered accountants. So being from the logical and analytical part of the family, I never thought I would be creative in such an art. So I did not start writing until very late during my school time. I used to write 4 to 5 lines or something like that between my school breaks or anything. But honestly, I started writing like professionally writing during the lockdown period. I discovered, okay, there was a contest, debate contest, and I participated in that. And along with that, there was also a poetry contest. So my father is a very good writer. So I registered into the contest so that I was sure, okay, I would get it written by my father and I'll submit it. But during the contest, my father was out. He was not at home, and I called him that write me a poem or something, and he said I can't because it's just too rush for me, and I'm out somewhere. So I was very sad, and I was like, okay, let me write it myself, and okay, let it just be what I write. So I started writing. I was always keen about reading. I was very keen about reading, so I had good vocabulary, and debating also helped me with good vocabulary. So yeah, I started writing the poem. I wrote a poem. It was 4 paragraphs long with 16 to 20 lines. I submitted it, and the competition was by APJ Abdul Kalam Foundation. they organized a poetry competition, and I stood first in the category there. So that's how I started writing my first poem, and then I started writing again and again. And ऐसे ही I submitted one of the poems into an international contest, and I got first there also. So after that, the series of writing poetries and submitting in the anthologies, it started like that.
Wow, wow, that's really great. The first time you just given a try that yeah, let's do it, and then it kicked a really a good, and you got a great motivation to that. And the first gaining first will definitely motivate you a lot, and you will feel like yes, even I can do it. So that was seen in your talk. It's great, ma'am. So the next question coming to my mind is when you wrote the first poem, what was your feeling? Like you were having hope that yes, I will win, or what was your thing? Actually, by hearing you, it was like unexpected one, right?
Yeah, see, basically, when I was writing the poem, I used to write कि whenever my friend was angry from me, I used to write a bit for her or something for my school magazine. So it was not like I was a raw person who has not written anything before. I used to write stories when I was very small. So yeah, I had these kind of writing experiences. Plus, I had a vast experience of reading. So I had at a time, I think in my class 8th or ninth, I had 500 books at for me, 500 novels I have read at that time. So I had a good background of vocabulary. Writing my first poem, I was quite apprehensive because, see, I was not writing on an open theme. The theme was given to me. It was childhood. So
Ma'am, your voice is breaking down. Is it only for me or everyone are getting?
just a minute. Let me just restart.
Yeah.
Is it better now?
Yeah, yeah, better. Okay.
So yeah, as I was saying, I started writing my first poem for picturizing my little cousin, and I wrote about her. And the poem theme was very simple. It was childhood. So I covered all the aspects of childhood, and that's what the judges told me afterwards, that you covered each and every aspect of childhood. So it was not very spontaneous writing to me. The rhyming part was, of course, difficult, but the vocabulary, the words, I was used to those due to my reading habits, due to my writing habits. So it was not very spontaneous. It was not overnight. It was just a discovery of a thing overnight, which I worked upon the years, I would say.
Yeah, great. How many year old you were at that time?
I don't remember. I guess I was 16 or 15 at that. 16, I would say I was 16.
Yeah, great, great. Good to know. And so the next question is the first book which you have published. In which publication? Can we know the name?
Yeah, it was the Right Order publications. It was a publication, Bangalore based publication, and one of the top publications house in India. And I have some other publications house also, but the first poem I published was not in an Indian publication. I submitted it into a site called Poetry Soup. It is like a Facebook for all the poets. So they publish their annual anthology and they sell it to UK and all the foreign countries, and they are not accessible through India. So they do not post the books and everything into India. But yeah, my first poetry was in that book, and that book was the national best-selling book on Amazon UK.
Wow, great. That's good to know. Okay. So what do your family think about your writing?
Yeah, they are very supportive, and they have always supported me, and especially my maternal grandfather. He's very curious to know ki, okay, what have you done and how you have done. I actually never I wrote my first poem, and I never told my parents that I wrote my first poem. I sent it to him ki I wrote this first poem, and then he called my mother and he was like, have you seen her poem? She got first in this, that. So my parents got to know by him because, yeah, I'm a bit close to him.
Wow, great. That's good to know. So, when you have like started writing, so it was hidden from your parents, and then after once you get the achievement, you got the parents got to know. Definitely, they are proud of you. And writing, as I said, it's not that easy, and definitely a good mob. So, okay. So let us know like how you want if you get a chance to publish a book again. So, what will be your topic? Like any particular genre you have recently you want to publish that?
I think whenever I want to publish a new book, I would not prefer poetry because I have been doing poetry a lot, and by the end of, I guess, this or next month, I would have made it to 8 to 9 poetry books. So I'm, a bit good with the poetry's books. But if I want to write, I have also written a essay about feminism in one of my book. It was a 3,700 word essay. So if I want to write a poem about, if I want to write a book, new book, I think it would be a bit controversial about the orthodox theories that we have in our society. Like a girl is to be treated as a princess and she cannot do, what a man could. So I think I would suggest that I would say that maybe gender inequality, maybe theories like if you are, very extrovert, you are not good enough, or, there are some myths or, theories that prevail over time. So I would provide a clarification and justification from my side. That's it.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so my in my mind, the one question I just now clicked that you have said that you are writing poetries and all, and you are also have written the essay. So, which is your favorite one? Any of the favorite genre which you prefer to tell? And like in, for example, I'm giving a scenario. So, like there is a competition, or you can say an event, and you have different genres in that open genre. So you will choose the favorite one, obviously the people whoever is convenient with that. So which genre you will be choosing at that time, and any four lines you can tell about that. Two questions I have just merged. Any four lines of your own you can just recite now and we could listen to that, at least four
Uh,
lines.
for poetry or for the essay part?
You can go with any which is your favorite. As I said, first question was like which is your favorite one, you can go with that.
See, first of all, which is my favorite one? I can't choose between the two because they are like my two talents. I won't choose between them. But I would say if I had to address a larger audience, I would not go by poetry. I would go by a speech because first of all, there are not enough listeners for poetry as they are for writing, I feel. Because, see, in poetry, I guess being in India, Hindi poetries are much more understandable to people than the English poetries. So, to address a larger audience, I would go by a speech. So, that would be my preferred one there. Then, yeah, if I had to give a speech, I would say that I see I'm a person who always believes that you get an opportunity not because you're always the most deserving one. Mostly it's because you took the initiative and you said yes to that. बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि we get something that we don't know a lot about, but the thing is we get that because we were the only one who got there, or we were the only one that asked for it. So I would say on that stage that I would recite one of my poetries for sure. But I would say that I am standing here. I have done the journey of being in that seat and coming on this stage by just taking an initiative. Grabbing opportunities always does not mean that you always have to do something extraordinary. Maybe you can do something ordinary with your extraordinary presentations or initiatives skills. So take initiative and don't be afraid of being embarrassed in front of one crowd, because if you will be embarrassed in front of this crowd, you will surely be appreciated in the next one. So yeah.
Yes, yes, exactly. Good to know from you. The words, the vocabulary, really, you have really a good vocabulary. Everyone here are really, maybe they have lots of questions to ask. They are waiting for the questions, I guess. So we'll be having that soon. So the next question arising is that if you will be like providing an opportunity with our community to have a one collaborative post on it, so would you like to be, because after listening your vocabulary I'm really excited to have a post with you because like our community is a starting one and we have started recently, and we're looking for the people who are really very good at their vocabulary, and we publish there write-ups in the book, like not only in the book, I will in different tenors and our social media platforms. We're going to create reels or we're going to post. So a general question from my side.
I would be thinking about it. Actually, I am doing my CA alongside everything. So I have my exams and everything. So it's a lot hectic for me. But I would help out for sure. But I don't think so. I'll be able to take a responsibility and accountability post there because I don't have time for my writing and I won't be doing the justice to the post. But I would definitely help if you need any kind of suggestions or any kind of help from my side. I'll be always there.
Thank you, thank you. That's the thing. Yeah, I can understand the CA. Even my friends are there in CA, and I can understand the pressure of it, and that is really very important. I can completely understand. No worries. So I just like whenever you, if we for you anything, just think about it. If you are interested or you
Yeah,
can go forward, we'll go with it.
yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay, so the next, as listening to CA, and I got one more question, like schedule. How will be your schedule when you are writing a book? You are, as you're doing CA right now, and what will be your schedule at this busy? And definitely, you'll be at home, you'll be at college sometime in coaching centers. Many more things will be there. Definitely, everyone have a personal time, and definitely there is a tight schedule. I can tell. I whatever I am till now, I'm speaking with you. I think you have a really a good tight schedule. So how you manage to write?
I was a very studious child from very start. I was very serious for my studies. So writing for me has never been taking time out. My most of the poems, I tell you, most of my poems are written when I'm traveling. Like my one of my poem is School Bus, and I wrote it when I was coming from school to home. So most of my poems are like okay, I'm going to I used to go to my coaching center, and my coaching center was 20 minutes away from my home. So used to go to 20 minutes, come back 20 minutes. So I think there are ample of opportunities if you want to continue your hobby. You have a phone, open the notepad, write down the thoughts. You are free at that point of time. Most time you have to do nothing. So yeah, I would say कि if you want to take out time, I guess for me personally, 20 minutes daily, or I can manage before sleeping, you know. और जहाँ तक बात है schedule की, schedule being a CA student, there is no schedule. You just wake up, study, eat, study, then you go to sleep thinking what to study tomorrow. So everything is about study. So when you are into the thing, now when you are into the course, you get the habit of studying daily because you have so much to cover. So when you have so much to cover, you generally take very short breaks. So when you take that breaks, I would say ki it will be manageable at that time. Because poetry writing does not require you to sit at one instance for a long time. I can write one to two paragraphs, then I can continue tomorrow, then tomorrow. So it's a good hobby.
Wow, great to know. So, I thought I was just thinking to the next question. So, I got to know, like, if, as you said, you are writing poetry, essays, and all. So, you write it instantly, like a theme is given, and then you write, or you just think and take a time and then you write.
Actually, I am more comfortable when the theme is given because when the theme is given, you don't have to first think about what you want to write, and you can pressurize yourself and make the best out of yourself if you are given a set of things to write about. But if you have, more option, more confusion. So if you have more option, you are more confused. And I personally, I don't stretch my poetries for too long. I sit 15 minutes and I write like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the lines are complete. So yeah, I write like this. I don't break my poetry because then it stretches out your mind, your mood, everything depends on how you write. So when your mind is so
Your voice is breaking down, ma'am.
now.
Yeah, better.
Hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so it's yeah, it's correct. Sometimes a writer need a mood to write. If you are like some people will be there like really not motivated or not at the time of the situation, they cannot write anymore. Because if you are in that like already positive note, you can definitely write. As you said, there is no if theme is given, then there is no confusion. Like we know what to write. That's good. Yeah. So the next question which I want to ask you is like the next interview, like already you are interviewing right now. So before you have given any interview to any publication or anywhere, or this is your first one?
I have done podcasts before. audio podcast. But on the video, I don't think so. I have done any like a proper interview like this.
Okay, great. That's good to know. The first one, and this is impressive, really. Yeah, great. So, where are you from?
I am from basically Rajasthan, Jaipur.
Okay, so now you are leaving at Jaipur itself.
No, I will be in Jaipur for a while and then I'll be leaving for my further articleship for maybe for my articleships I move outside Jaipur. But yeah, there's no such plan for that right
Okay,
now.
so this writing field is just your passion that you're building, or you definitely want it in a profession in future. You thought about it like passion, profession, or just let it be the passion.
It is my passion. Many of my friends and family have recommended me to turn it into a profession. But honestly, I am not that good of a person who can every day sit down and write down the thoughts. So I don't think so. I would turn it into a profession, but I would definitely turn it into something bigger than it is right now. I would definitely be publishing books, maybe have a whole book published for myself, maybe have a whole book for essays or poetries. Right now, I'm giving my poetries into poetry anthologies. Maybe I publish my own poetry anthology. So I would keep it to publishing books. I would keep it out of my money minded status, that I would keep it as my hobby, my profession, my relaxing comfort space.
Yeah, yeah, that's great to know. That's good to know. So, I would like to, in a between, like we have done a couple of questions. Last two or three, I just have to ask you. So before that, I would like to tell a quiet intro. Like recently, few people have joined newly to the meet, so I would like to give a quiet intro about GLCP and Ishita ma'am. So here, the interview is going on GLCP community. We have also scheduled it at 4 p.m. and it's going on right now. And Ishita ma'am is a CS student and she have completed around like doing writing in profession like passion. She is a passionate writer. So we are taking a interview to her to let everyone know about the journey and the experience she had and the dedication effort. We can see the questions which she's answering brilliantly, and we can see that she's have taken this interview for the first time and grabbing this opportunity. It's a really great thing. Everyone cannot just grab the opportunity all the time. Like many people just think about the risk, and without taking risk, I don't think anything is going to happen. The risk is important according to me. And personally, Ishita ma'am, I have a question from my side, that the poem what you write, like generally the theme is given, you are going to write, or generally from your side you have written to your parents, as you said, for friends you have written. So any plan that you will be dedicating to your parents or some? Yesterday we had an interview, and one of the person have said me about these many trophies, these many medals and all. So any such achievements in your life till now?
Uh, Regarding trophies and awards regarding,
The first question I asked with that, like you have written for your family, like mom, dad, like that, and if like yes, what was their expression? We would like to know what the happiness what they had. And the second thing was like trophies, medals, in the sense the achievements in your writing field or any other field, whichever you have in your academics, it may be, or it may be regarding CA or any other thing, like which will make you that yes, this is what I have achieved. We would like to know everyone here.
Uh, I have not yet written anything for my parents or my family because I am not a person who could describe a person in my poetry. I usually go for nature or, children, kids, they come in the part of nature for me. So I love kids, by the way. So, kids, nature, yeah, I usually go for nature while writing my poetry. Most of my poetries are also about seasons, nature, plants. So I prefer that genre. I have definitely written a poem for my friend on her birthday, but that was long back ago, not after I started my profession poetry. So yeah, that was, I would definitely look forward to write it into some way or get it published. Maybe a surprise that you have given an idea me. Okay, so next question was, yeah, what all achievements? Yeah, I have, as I mentioned, I have done many debates. I have done many Model United Nations. I have done Doon School Model United Nations, Dhirubhai Ambani School Model United Nation. I have stood first in both of them. I have done a Abdul Kalam Foundation debate. I have been first in that. I have done a extempo debate in NIT Rourkela, and I was first in that.
Your voice is breaking, ma'am. Just a minute, just correct it. Yeah.
I guess now it should be fine.
Yeah, yeah, fine.
So debates list is never ending. It's a very long list because I participated in a lot of them, not one many of them, or not one many times, but yeah, I have as I grew and I learned more during the last debates that I did during my 11th and 12th class. I won almost all of them because I learned a lot over a period of time. Next, I have a slight hobby for Kathak dance. I learned it for a month or something during the lockdown. I have won a trophy for the dance competition organized by a university. So I submitted my video online. It was online dance competition. There were many entries, so I won in that. Um, yeah, apart from that, I have been very good at academics, so many certificate of academics. I did not have many creative skills till class 11, 12, so most of my certificate and achievements are about abacus, Olympiads, and all the academic related things. I have like, I guess, 7 to 8 medals and 6 trophies so far, and
Great, great. Good to know. Yeah, good to know that. Really, it's very inspiring that the way you have told yourself, like explained it in a short and the best manner. Peoples who are the writers, I have seen that few writers are able to convey their things, and few writers will be like, yeah, like the question comes like we have to speak a lot, and then we will be valid for some people. But your words are enough to convey overall the words, the vocabulary you use in your words is enough to convey your answers or your opinion towards it. Last but not the least, any advice or suggestion to all the writers or youngster who will be viewing this video further, and even when we upload, definitely the many peoples may look into it. So do you have any advice for them? And for extroverts or introverts, like few people, especially I want you to tell for introverts, like I have seen, what, today even I have seen few people that introvertness is still there. Like they are a writer, they are really a professional and the best writer, but still the introvert thing, the expression come to them. So I just want you to suggest with your words that how they can improve and be the part of the writing or any of the thing from your side.
am I audible? There are
Yes, yes.
network issues, I
But,
think.
I was audible to you, right? You
Yeah,
heard the
yeah,
question.
you were audible.
Yeah,
So
great,
for
ma'am.
the introverts, I would first like to say there is nothing wrong being an introvert. Not all extroverts are the best. There are some introverts. You don't always have to speak your mind. You might have a genius mind, and you don't have to speak all the time. Because the more extrovert you are, I guess more the problem is you overthink more. You are oversharing more. So and I am not at
Ma'am, your voice is breaking. We are not unable to hear. Yeah.
Is it okay now?
Yes, yes. Now it's okay.
I guess there is some network issue from my end because you are completely audible for me. Yeah. So is
Yeah,
it
ma'am.
okay?
Now it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess there's nothing wrong being an introvert. However, being an introvert, you should not shy away from opportunities that you might have. So I would say, just for example, recently I started a YouTube channel called, and I am not doing very well there. Like I don't have overnight, I have a lot of subscribers or a lot of views, but I'm just doing that to learn and grow. So I would just advise ki maybe I'm not the best right now, but if I am in a field of students who are not yet have started a channel, I would be more knowledgeable there. So your one knowledge of one field could help you in another one. So that's the only advice, that you should grab the opportunity and try to learn and grow. Am I audible?
Am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay. So actually, I just got disconnected just now. That's why I just connected.
Okay. Mhm. So shall I repeat or it was recorded?
It was recorded, no issues. Okay. So, ma'am, we would love to listen 4 lines from you, up from your poetry, and then we,
From my poetry.
yeah.
Okay. So I had my poetry which was titled Yuletide. Yuletide means the period from Christmas period. Christmas period is known as Yuletide. So I would just read out my poetries. Something. Am I audible? Completely audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am, audible.
Okay. I would just speak two paragraphs. The poem title is Yuletide. It tells about the season, the changes that winter carries, and the Christmas time, the happiness that Christmas carries. So it starts like fog filled misty dawn, fresh and gentle breeze, sunshine falling exquisitely on the sparkling dew of the leaves. Kids flushed with red cheeks, wrapped in their furs and coats, playing with their snowballs, cherishing the moment to its most. Snowmans all around the corner, streets illuminated with gleaming lights, marking the advent of Christmas, augmenting the charm to the nights. It was a full poem, 7 paragraphs long, but I kept it short. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am, you are, you are. The issue from my side, actually, the network is getting glitch, I think, some
Okay,
network
okay.
glitches. Yeah, great, ma'am. Good to listen from you. Really, you have really a good sense of writing. Thank you so much, ma'am. And this was really, yeah, this was really a good talk with you, and I really enjoyed. So, I just wanted to know, did you enjoy? It was a like, how was the session for you? A 2 line review for us. We would love to know. Yeah, you're not audible, ma'am. The voice is breaking. Yeah.
Now am I audible?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
I thought this would be a very formal interview and a very traditional one. But I really enjoyed it mostly because I did not knew the questions beforehand. So it was as fun for me as for anyone else. I was just spontaneously answering. I don't even know what I said during the interview. I might see the recording to know that. But it was a great session altogether. A stress buster.
Great, great. Thank you. Good to know. And I just don't want it to be just a formal function, because formal function is everywhere a bit boring to everyone. Whenever I have seen as a student, I can understand that. And writing is not at all boring. It is really very much interesting, and that is what relaxation. And I just very happy to know that it was your good session, and we would love to know you further in our publication as well. Like whenever you get time. We just
Stop.
hope whenever you get time, we'll be there. So thank you everyone to attend this session. And if you have any questions, this is a time for you. You can ask ma'am. Ma'am is here to answer. And if you have any questions regarding community also, we are here to answer. So 5 minutes we are giving you all. You can just put up your questions, or you can unmute yourself and speak. But one by one, please. And have their question, please raise your hand first. Then I will let you to unmute yourself. I can see 3, 4 people here are there. So, any questions from anyone? I would love to read some names. Abdul Nabi is here. Any questions from you? Abid Ali, Krish, Jimmy sir, Crochet sir, Muskan ma'am, Sabia ma'am. Any questions? Our team is also here, and our founder is also here. So, let's see. Anyone have any questions? Please, you can go ahead. Any questions regarding ma'am or anything you want to ask? Someone was unmuting but still didn't speak. Okay. Let's just wait 2 3 minutes. If still no answer, then we can end. I hope everyone is here. Crochet sir, are you here? Yes, sir. Do you have any questions, sir? Yeah.
The book, published.
My first book, as I told you, was a book published in UK, and its name was uh, P.S. It's Still Poetry. It was like a hush, like P.S. It's Still Poetry. So that was the volume one. So that was the name of the book.
Okay, let me ask.
I've not published it in a news website, but there is a website called poetrysoup.in. It has a collection of all my poetries, and I am also titled as an international poet there. So I have published all of my works are published there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Those were my questions.
Someone have typed something. Am I audible, everyone?
Yes, you are.
Yeah, so Abdul Nabi have written a note for you. So let me read out. Thank you. It's nice to listen to your story, ma'am. I don't have any questions, but I was shocked like you are giving a time for poetry along with CA. Yeah, great, no? Yeah. He have the Abdul Nabi.
Thank you so much. It means really means a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Abdul Nabi, and thank you, ma'am. If any questions are going on or it's done.
I think no one has any questions.
Okay. Okay, no issues. Then let's just give a positive note to everyone and then end. So, I believe personally that learning never stops. We always learn and learn and learn. And so, everyone here, don't stop learning, stop writing. If you are not a professional writer or you're having that passionate to write, also no issues. Just take a time, 5 minutes at least in a day. Write whatever you felt in the day that will make you I'm making it sure that you will feel a relaxed one. Still, like 5 minutes giving to it's not necessary that you write a poem, you write a proper vocabulary. It's for you, it's not like publishing. It's for you that you are going to do like that. This will give you a complete relaxation. I have recently done this in my our college itself. I have motivated few people to write, and now they are a writer. It's not about that what I did, it's about that what they were interested. They can be a writer, but still the try was pending. So I it's my suggestion to each and everyone, try to write. Sorry, I got disconnected. So yeah, so don't give up. And this was session was really good. And we will be definitely seeing further many more interviews. And if you want to book your interview, want to be live on the Google Meet or Insta Live as per your convenience, we will be there for you. The GLCP community is also going with two functions right now, like the two ceremonies going on. One is with international level competition, poetry competition, and there are five different genres: poetry, drama, mono act. You can even share the submission link. And so, as we will be getting international level, so there are writers from Germany, there are writers from even Pakistan, even there are writers from India, Australia, Oh, sorry again. I didn't know that there are many technical glitches happening. So I think I'm audible, right? This technical problems are
Problems
met.
are met.
Okay, so here I was just telling about the functions, the ceremonies going on. So one is international level competition, and one more is the award. Charles Dickens Award is going on. There we don't have the particular winners. We are going to publish the achievements and photo of a writer or any person who is interested to publish. We are going to publish it in our Instagram account. So whoever is interested to publish it, they can go and publish it there. And I don't know what's happening. I'm just amazed through this. At last, and there is a last, and then there's a problem. Okay, so there are details in our Instagram account. Okay, so there are details in our Instagram account, JLCP Communicating. I already have covered everything, but the last one in Instagram, you can go and check out all the offers are mentioned. Even you can DM me. I would like to tell my number 720-403-1264. You can DM me on my Insta as well, or in GLCP Community Insta. So I am a social media manager at GLCP Community. So you can get a touch with me there. And even get an opportunity to be here. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Ishita ma'am, and thank you, Klochit sir, our founder, who have given this great opportunity to each and every writers and professionals. Thank you, Ishita ma'am. It was a great session with you. Thank you, everyone. So let's end up. Ishita ma'am.